Parents who never wanted kids, what changed your mind? Honestly, for the longest time, I was dead set against having kids. Like, absolutely positively no way. I saw friends bogged down, losing their freedom, constantly stressed about money and schedules. My vision of life was travel, spontaneity, focusing on my career and hobbies. Kids just didn't fit into that picture at all. It felt like a trap, a sacrifice of everything I valued. I was vocal about it too, probably annoyingly so. I figured if I ever settled down, it would have to be with someone who felt the exact same way. No compromises on this one. I was in my late 20s feeling pretty secure in this decision, thinking I had it all figured out. Then, as life often does, it threw a curveball I never saw coming. I met this woman and things got serious pretty fast. She was great, we clicked on so many levels, but she was a single mom. She had a daughter who was 6 years old at the time. This was the big asterisk on our relationship from the start. My friends were skeptical, raising eyebrows, knowing my stance on kids. I told myself it was different. I wasn't having a kid, I was dating someone who had a kid. I could be friendly, maybe a cool figure in her life, but not the parent. That was the deal I made with myself. The little girl, though, she was something else. Smart, funny, a bit shy at first, but she just had this light about her. Her bio dad was completely out of the picture, had literally skipped town the day she was born and hadn't been heard from since. It was heartbreaking to see. As I spent more time around her, I saw how much she needed stability, a consistent male figure. Her mom was doing her best, but it was tough on her alone. Slowly, almost without realizing it, I started doing more. Helping with homework, going to her school plays, teaching her how to ride her bike. Small things at first, then bigger ones. I wasn't just dating her mom anymore, I was building a relationship with this kid. Things with her mom didn't work out long term for completely unrelated reasons. We got divorced a few years down the line. This was the real test. The initial thought was okay, well, that chapter's closed. But the thought of not seeing the kid anymore, it hit me like a physical blow. It was a gut-wrenching feeling I wasn't prepared for. I realized somewhere along the way that casual cool figure role had morphed into something much deeper. I loved this kid, unconditionally. The kind of love I swore I'd never feel because I swore I'd never have kids, so I made a conscious, deliberate choice. Despite the divorce, despite the fact that I had no legal obligation, despite my lifelong stance against parenthood, I wasn't going anywhere. I sat her down and told her, no matter what happens between me and your mom, I'm always here for you, always. I meant it with every fiber of my being. And honestly, keeping that promise has been the most challenging, rewarding, and defining experience of my life. I showed up. For the good times, the bad times, the awkward teenage years, the triumphs, the heartbreaks, I was the one helping with college applications, teaching her how to drive, giving advice on relationships. I became the guy with the stack of slightly mangled, crayon-drawn Father's Day cards every year. It wasn't the path I ever planned, but it became my path. Fast forward years later, she's grown up, successful, and found a wonderful partner. Yes, I was the one who had the incredible honor of walking her down the aisle at her wedding. Standing there, seeing her start her own life, knowing I played a small but significant part in getting her there. It was overwhelming. All those fears about losing freedom or being trapped vanished years ago, replaced by a depth of love and fulfillment I genuinely didn't believe existed for me. It wasn't the traditional route, and maybe because I chose it, because it wasn't expected, it feels even more precious. It was absolutely 100% a good decision, the best one I ever made. Honestly, I can't imagine my life without her. It completely changed my perspective on what family is and what I was capable of. Anyone else out there have a similar experience, becoming a parent figure when you least expected it, or when you thought you never wanted kids? How did it change your life?